Welcome to the Oldcastle Inventor video series, BOM styles, parts lists, and troubleshooting. In this video, I will go over a few basic principles that will allow you to understand how you can control your BOM styles, define the differences between a BOM and the parts list, and then troubleshoot some common issues that you may see. Let's take a look at adding a parts list and defining the differences between a parts list and a BOM. After you create a drawing, you can add a parts list from the Annotate tab. A parts list is generated from a bill of materials and shows all or specified parts and subassemblies listed in the BOM database. You can open the bill of materials dialog box from the drawing environment and edit the assembly BOM. All changes are saved in the assembly and corresponding component files. The item column displays item numbers as displayed in the bill of materials. The item number can be edited as needed in both the assembly BOM and in the parts list. Changes to the item numbers in the assembly BOM are automatically updated in the parts list and balloons, except for values that have been specified as static. To update the assembly BOM with changes made to item numbers in the parts list, click Save Item Overrides to BOM in the parts list dialog box. You can define a standard format for the display of your parts list. Use the Style and Standards editor to add or edit parts list styles. You can define the appearance and display of the parts list for the current document. If you prefer a different format for a specified parts list, you can modify the format on the parts list creation or after you place the parts list in the drawing. Or you can associate the parts list with a different style selected from the Styles list on the Annotate tab. One of the more common issues that I tend to see when creating a rebar cut list is having an unwanted item show up on your rebar cut list. Here you can see that my top slab is showing up when really I want to show only the rebar in my assembly. What this commonly means is that my assembly with my concrete and my lifters in it is probably set to a normal BOM style. We want to toggle that over to a reference so that it's basically being ignored by the rebar cut list bill of materials. We can change that by right-clicking on the bill of materials, going to bill of materials and not edit parts list. Make sure you click on bill of materials. Find your lid assembly or whatever the concrete assembly it is that's appearing and double check the BOM structure. If I look here, I can see that it's set to normal, which is why it's showing up. If I double click on it and pull the drop down, we can set it to a reference. Notice that my diagonal bar assembly down here is set to a phantom. This is telling me that the bill of materials is ignoring the fact that there's an assembly and it's looking for any of the nested components within this assembly to show on the bill of materials. My diagonal bar placement is simply just a sketch and it's set to reference, so it's being ignored by the bill of materials. If I look at the other four bars that are being used, they're set to normal, and that's why they're appearing on the bill of materials. So this is the easiest and quickest way to have access to any of your parts within any given assembly or sub-assemblies. They can be minimized or maximized to find access to any of your given parts. So with that being set to reference, I'm going to go ahead and hit done. And notice how that disappeared. And I'm showing exactly what I would like. That top slab also disappeared off of my rebar total because it's referencing the same assembly. Well, there you have it, everyone. I hope this video helped fill in some of the gaps you may have had in understanding how the parts list of a given assembly can be used to set up different styles of a BOM to be used on your drawing. And as always, I encourage you to leave your comments in the comments section under the video or email me directly, and I'll be sure to respond as quickly as I can. Thanks for watching.